Welcome to this lesson. So in the last lesson, we looked at our two ways of including our SVG image in our HTML page. One was with the ready-made SVG tag that can be embedded within the HTML page. And then the other was creating a separate SVG image with a separate file and then embedding it by using an image tag, okay, img tag. And we also gave it some stylings because we've linked a style sheet. We've linked the style.css with our HTML page in here by using the link tag. So we were able to give it some stylings like this. Okay. And right now we don't need this SVG because there's no SVG tag inside our HTML page. Okay, so there are other ways to do the same, and one of the other ways is by using iframes. So you can embed your image by using iframe as well. Similarly, let's give the source as image.svg. And in iframes, you can give the width and height within the iframe. So let's give our width as 200 and height as 200. There you go. Let's save this. Okay, we have a problem here. So the problem is the iframe is too small and the image is actually bigger. If you see here, the image has a 91 millimeter width and 91 millimeter in height. So that's definitely not 200 pixels. Okay, so it has to be more than 200 pixels. So the iframe has to be bigger so that it can take our image inside it. Okay, this is not like an image. When we use the image tag, whatever value we gave, it accommodated to that. But with iframes, that's not how it works. So for iframes, the default size of the image applies. So the iframe has to be big in this case to accommodate the image. Okay, so let's try making it 400 to see if it accommodates it. Refresh. There you go. Okay, so it's now big enough to include our image inside the iframe. So this is another way of embedding your image. Also, this is not the only way. There's also another way. So browsers treat SVG images just like our bitmap images, that is our PNG image and our JPEG images. So as you can see here, these are just images. You don't see the code behind it. You don't see anything at all. In the user's eye, it looks like a normal image. So you can also use it as a background image of your page or a particular element or whatever you want. Okay, so let me try doing that. So I'll create a div tag in here. Okay, so let's remove the iframe. And this particular div tag is going to have a background, which is going to be our SVG image. Okay, so the div tag, let's call it the background image. Background, it's going to have, so you have to mention the URL, which is our image.svg. Okay, so this is how you can include your SVG image in your background images of your page or your div element. So if you had included HTML in here, that would be the entire page, right? So since I just gave it for the div element, let's also give a size for it. So background size. Let's make the background size as 200 pixels in width and 200 pixels in height. So this is the property that we use to specify a background size of your background image. So this is the width and this is the height. As you know, your div elements won't display anything if they don't have a width or height. So let's also specify a width and height of our div element. So the width is going to be 200 pixels and the height is going to be 200 pixels as well. So the background image is also going to have a width and height of 200 pixels and our div element is also going to have a width and height of 200 pixels. So everything is going to fit, okay? So let's see this. There you go, perfect fit. So if I add a border in here, 1 pixel border, solid, black. So you'll see that it perfectly fits, okay? So this is how you can include your SVG image as backgrounds of your HTML elements. So there you go. These are just some of the ways you can include your SVG image. Now instead of this, let's comment this out. Okay, instead of this, you can do the same for your HTML page as such. So let's take the background URL and let's give this here. There you go. Can you see this? So it keeps getting repeated because this is the size of our SVG image. so it just gets repeated again and again throughout the page. So, or if you gave a background size of around, let's say, 1000 pixels and 1000 pixels. Okay, the repeat is much lesser now. Okay, 1000 pixels and 800 pixels maybe. Okay, so something. You can play around with these values and you can arrive at a proper number that you want. Make it 1000 maybe. Okay, so this is how you can use your SVG image for anything you want on your web page. Okay, so I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.